I'm here, though, I would just like to ask.
I'm gonna let you guys work this out, and then when it's time for me to come back on,
Secretary,
I'll come back on. But I think Mike needs to work it out.
Okay, I see Secretary Schiraldi just jumped off, so.
A Zoom call set up for the media to ask questions of Department of Juvenile Services Secretary Vincent Schiraldi intentionally leaves out Fox 45. When our reporter did get on the call, an agency spokesperson stopped our questions and Schiraldi got off the call. Political commentator Armstrong Williams is joining us this morning. Good morning, Armstrong.
Good morning, Patrice.
So what do you think of that? First of all, purposely leaving our reporters out and saying that we can submit questions for someone else to ask, but our reporter could not be on the call to actually ask the questions. What sense does that make?
All the sense in the world when you don't want to be challenged and held accountable and responsible, which is what Fox 45 was aiming to do. And especially when you have an uprising within your own agency where your own employees are going on the record saying that you're lying and jeopardizing the lives of people. And especially when you have kids who supposedly wear an ankle bracelet and they're out here killing and creating mayhem. And especially when you keep lying about the fact that violence and crime is down and people within your department saying that you're manipulating and misleading people. I mean, what do you expect him to do? You expect him to be a coward. You expect him to run away from it because he doesn't want to face the consequences of his actions. So it's obvious why he showed his weakness on that Zoom call.
But why do that? I mean, you're a public official, like you're saying, you're mired in controversy right now. You've got the public asking you to resign. You've got elected officials asking you to resign. The optics of how this played out are bad. This just doesn't look good for him. And if you're trying to bring some positive light on you, this didn't do it.
You know, unfortunately, Patrice, you and I understand media very well. He didn't even realize the consequences of his actions. He was so shocked and mortified just hearing Fox 45. It goes to show the power of that brand and the intimidation it can bring. He just made an emotional decision. And he really showed us who he really is. While his staff set this up, you can't just set this up and leave some media out because you want favorable media that's going to probably ask you softball questions. So we really got a chance from Schiraldi himself to show exactly who he is and why he needs to do the governor a favor and resign.
Well, since you mentioned the governor has been saying that Schiraldi has his support still and that they're working together. Why is he standing behind him, or is it just a matter of time before we see a change there?
The governor is a very wise and cunning elected official. The governor understands that the tea leaves and the handwriting is on the wall. He's given Schiraldi every opportunity to clean up his act, to get this under control. Schiraldi has become a liability. Everyone says this, whether it's the president, whomever it is, you're doing fine, I'm behind you until I decide to abandon you. And I just tell you, I think Schiraldi's days are numbered. And he still is in a fog, not realizing that soon he will be replaced by someone else to do a better job and protect parents and families in these communities. That's the bottom line.
Well, what played out on Friday probably didn't do him any favors there. Armstrong, thank you.
Thank you, Patrice.